Your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Dalen.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
Tengo armadurita nueva. Te van a extrañar, Elfa. Te van a extrañar. Acá te apreciaban mucho.
Elganon. Is this really where the elves live?
Ah, sí, es una alfería.
Not the prettiest part of Kirkwall, but it doesn't have a view of the giant chains. Take what you can get.
Esto va a ser un problema.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
Acá estoy para ti.
This is what city life is like.
You're right. I suppose. Thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
Bueno, está bien.
I think I can manage that.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I? I mean it, though.
Para mí que se va a transformar en demonito. Y va a ser malvada. Usa magia de sangre. No puede ser bueno. No puede ser bueno eso. No. Y está que...
Please, Sir Thrask. He won't go.
I'm sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
Can we help this woman? This could be Mother.
Esto te viene grande.
You won't be able to protect your son from the Templars alone.
I have done all I can to protect him. I am Ariane. My boy, Fainriel. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
Investigar. ¿Dónde está Fainriel?
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle. But I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
¿Eres Darishana? Sí,
Those look
Darishana.
like Danish
Venga,
tattoos.
ya he visto unos cuantos.
Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento.
Ah, sí, creo que lo
When
conocí
I
ya.
found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fainriel myself, here in the alienage.
¿Y exactamente qué ocurrió?
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fainriel still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
Lo detendré.
When I find him, it's my decision whether he is safer in the Circle or eliminated.
How could you? We would never.
No, please don't hurt him. He's just a boy. Talk to him. I know you'll see he's a good lad.
Yo
He just
jugaré
needs
eso.
to be protected from himself. I don't know where Fainriel is gone, but there are two places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fainriel's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fainriel might have sought him out.
¿Y cómo es Trask?
Tell me about this Templar.
I believe he's a good man. He doesn't hate mages, but sees what it took me too long to realize. Even the best-intentioned mages are at the mercy of their sleeping minds. There are other
Mentiras, miras.
Templars who are much less sympathetic.
Háblame de Vincento.
You and Fainriel's father are not married.
¿Es italiano?
Vincento had no desire for a wife, or an elf-blooded child. I haven't seen him since the day I told him.
No es un nombre
I
italiano,
have
ese.
written, though, to keep him informed about his child. Fainriel wanted to meet him.
No te hagas ilusiones.
I'll ask around, but no guarantees.
Magic can be a fearful gift. Your son deserves the best aid learning how to manage it.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
You kept my brother out far too late last night. He's an adult.
Ahora sí hay más misiones por acá. A ver, tenemos una acá del sargento Melindra, Vincento y lugar secreto.
So, there's no circle among the Dalish. Any child with the gift of magic is apprenticed to a keeper. In another clan, if there's no need in her own. That's
¿Dónde me dirijo? Lugar secreto.
nice.
Vamos a ver qué es
Magic is
eso.
a gift of the creators. Why wouldn't we use it?
¿Por
It
acá?
just seems
No, por acá.
wasteful for humans to lock their mages away where they can't do any good. But you are a blood knight.
Enemigos. Dale, disparale algo. ¿De dónde mierda están saliendo? ¿Se puede saber? ¿Qué son estos? Como oleadas. O sea, mato a unos, aparecen 4 inmediatamente después o algo así. Lugar secreto.
There's the dead drop. Hopefully the wardens will appreciate this.
Sí. Ah, la nota del guardia grises. Es otra misión secundaria. ¿Qué? Por allá tenemos 2 misiones más. Emporio de baratijas. Tú.
Every coin those swindlers nab goes straight to the carter's coffers. They must be stopped.
Nueva misión milagreros. Elimina a los bellacos del cartel que operan en Baja Ciudad. ¿Y qué aparece acá? Bellaco. Sí. Están por acá. Me pregunto qué carajo es un bellaco. Acá, bellacos.
Not a step closer. No refunds on the ashes, friend. If the Maker doesn't favor you, that's between you and him, isn't it?
Mira, no me hagas enojar.
Don't say I didn't.
Now you forward!
Te vas a reunir con la tierra otra vez. Uy. Hecho. Bueno, ahora tengo que ir a hablar con la tipa esa otra vez. Misiones rapiditas. Experiencia. Fácil. Ah.
Those charlatans won't be bothering anyone again.
Did you say something? I didn't hear you. And clumsy me. I seem to have dropped a coin purse in your hand.
A ver. Vicente, ¿te saqué? Así que te andas revolcando con una elfa, ¿eh?
Greetings, my lady. You look like a woman who'd appreciate the finest rubies from Antiva raising her lovely neck.
No te hagas el tonto.
I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
Busco a Fainriel.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
My lady, I'm a bachelor. I've never met a woman of sufficient beauty and charm to tie Vincento down.
Mientes.
Please, Sirrah.
I know you must fear for Fainriel, but we mean him no harm.
Hard to tell in this city who means who harm, no?
Bethany,
Perhaps you can set his mind at ease.
bótale tus manos.
We are no Templars, Thora. You'll find no better friend to a young, scared mage.
Maldición, you are a mage. I suppose you'd be kind then to a boy who resists being taken in by Templars?
Of course.
Of
The boy's
course.
in over his head. So I sent him to the only man I know who doesn't despise mages. A former Templar named Samson.
¿Dónde?
Does this Samson have a residence in Kirkwall?
No. He's a wanted man. He stays out of sight during the day. At night, he stays near Darktown. That's the best place to find him.
Bueno. Entonces esa es la otra misión, supongo. A ver. Rumor, promesa de polvos negros. ¿Qué es esto? Según Barry, un mercader enano llamado Jabari se ha estado ofreciendo mucho dinero a cambio de ayuda. Ya se ha ido de la ciudad, pero Barry que está seguro que se le puede alcanzar cerca de la costa herida o el monte hendido. Mira la moneda. Bueno. Ok. Mierda, Steve. Vamos a... El cadalso. Que tengo otra misión en casa. Baja ciudad. Emporio negro. Todavía me cuesta acostumbrarme un poco. Bueno, vuelvo a casa a ver. ¿Qué hay?
So, someone dropped off a message for you. It's on the desk.
Not that he didn't do his
No tengo nada acá. ¿Qué está diciendo, hombre?
best to try and read it first.
Ah, sí. Foso de huesos. Aceptar. Aceptar. Y aceptar.
I thought there might be something dangerous in there.
Escondite de la oveja negra. ¿Qué es esto? Ajá. ¿Este arco es mejor que el que ya tengo? No. No, señor. No lo puedo comparar con el que ya tiene la otra. Qué mal. Tiras especiales. Víbora de Antigua. Che, bastante bueno. Bastante bueno. ¿Cómo que tengo el inventario lleno? ¿Me estás jodiendo? No, voy a tener que ir a vender cosas. Ese arco saca mucho. Vamos. Pim, pam, pum. Tengo un encargo en la capilla. Vamos a la capilla. Sebastian.
Your family has been avenged.
Excuse me, who are... My post to the Chanter's board? Did Her Grace let that stay?
Sí, ojitos
I thought for
claros.
sure no one even read, but you say you've killed them.
Así es.
You have my eternal gratitude, Sirrah. It is comforting to think my parents might now rest easily in their graves.
Interesante armadura tenés ahí. Háblame de ti.
Who are you exactly?
I am Sebastian Vale, Prince of Starkhaven. Her Grace might prefer I introduce myself as a brother in the Chantry, but I could not stay after what happened to my family.
¿Y por qué sigues vivo?
Why didn't your family's enemies hunt you down as well?
That's why I took the offensive. Thanks to you, those Flint Company assassins are no longer a danger. I'm the last of my line. Unless I survive, my family will have no justice.
¿Y por qué mataron a tu familia?
Who sent these mercenaries?
My family has ruled Starkhaven for 6 generations. We have enemies, but none who would identify themselves openly. A distant cousin of mine is claiming rulership now, but he is a bit simple. He can be no more than a pawn in this plot.
¿Quién ha podido ser?
Surely you have a guess as to who was behind it.
My parents were always prudent in how they handled our nobles. They did not allow rivalries or resentments to flourish. The attack must have come from outside. Kirkwall is our largest trading partner. I came back here to find support for my claim, and perhaps for a clue as to who is behind this foul deed.
Y mi dinero.
Your letter spoke of a reward.
Consider this in advance. When I have secured my lands again, you will be paid royally. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must meet with the Viscount and petition him for aid to a fellow city.
So, is the Keeper your mother? I left my clan when I was a child.
No hay nada más acá. Hay un tablero de la capilla.
More than 10 years. I'm so sorry. My father died in the blight. You must really miss them. I remember my mother singing to me when I was a girl, and I'd get sick.
Códice actualizado. De mierda estaba el tablero.
The Keeper has a terrible singing voice.
Bah. Nos vamos. Este Emporio Negro. Alta Ciudad. Tengo misiones en Alta Ciudad. El Cadalso. Esto no es la entrada de esto.
That's because you've spent too much time frolicking in the woods, Daisy. Dwarves don't frolic.
Danish don't really frolic either. Not in the woods, anyway.
You have sanctioned frolicking areas?
No, just not in the woods. The trees get jealous.
No puedo hablar con nadie acá.
You do frolic.
Of course we do. We wouldn't be elves otherwise.
Solivitus. Item registrador.
This is yours. Try to keep track of your things.
50 monedas de plata nada más.
Various others. I need to lock this up.
Solivitus.
The first in... Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop.
Otro que se le están volando la chapa.
Please take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
Dime.
Talk.
All business. I like you. It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
Me apunté.
Make up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
Bueno, por ahora son misiones bastante mundanas comparadas con el otro, que ya de entrada empezábamos con el tema de la ruina y con la tradición de Howie. Este es un poco más simple en eso. No estoy seguro de si sea algo positivo. Creo que no. Pero bueno, capaz que se pone mejor. Más adelante. Acá hay una nota. Muy largo. Actualizame el códice y listo. ¿Qué es esto? Hay que leer todo, da experiencia. Un poco más simplón el tema de la historia acá. Tengo que vender cosas. A ver si este vende. No, este no vende un carajo. Tienda de armas, sí. Daggers. Bastón de runa, 15 de daño. No creo que sea mejor que la que estoy usando ahora. Así que te lo doy. Te lo doy. Esto no está mal. Muchas porquerías. Ahora me enjunge de vivar, te los doy todos. Esto también. Objetos. Vender toda la chatarra. Listo. Ah, la chatarra era lo que me estaba ocupando todo el espacio. Qué porquería. Ok, ¿qué más? Alta ciudad, hay 2 misiones. El foso de hueso y el sello de la casa de Taiwán. Bueno, no sé. Hubert. ¿Tenés algo para nosotros, Hubert?
Here you're having problems with the bone pit. I can help.
Ah, finally someone comes to help me. You look a bit unseasoned, but I hope you'll do. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mines or have run off. Served me right for hiring Ferelden refugees.
Eso es
I sent others
racista.
before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what is going on.
El nombre de Amalfario.
Your first mistake was naming your mine the Bone Pit.
The locals named the mine. Those fools say it's cursed. That is why I hire Fereldens. They may be dull-witted, but they're not superstitious.
Yo soy Ferilene.
Mind what you say about my countrymen.
Maldito
I
seas.
was not referring to you, of course. My workers are a particularly desperate sort. They're lucky to work for me. Few in Kirkwall will hire refugees.
¿Dónde están los trabajadores?
Surely the miners had good reason to leave.
I am at a loss. No miner has reported in, and no one takes me seriously.
¿Y no bajan a nadie?
The Bone Pit must be dangerous if people are afraid to venture there.
No, nothing like that. Pay no heed to local superstition. The Bone Pit is mostly harmless.
Contrata a Ferildanos.
You said some of your workers are Ferelden.
Yes, all of them. An unruly lot, to be sure.
¿Y qué pagas?
What's the reward?
I will pay handsomely. The exact amount depends on what perils you face.
No pensaré.
I'm busy right now. I'll get to it if I can.
Well, someone needs to, or I'll never get that mine open. The Bone Pit is just outside the city. Any map will show it.
Darwin. Pues. Animes. Te puedo marcar.
You were looking for this? I had never thought to see this again.
Recompensa rescata al hijo del vizconde. ¿Qué? Ofrecido bajo la autoridad de su excelencia el vizconde Marlowe Dumar. Valerosos ciudadanos, el vizconde Dumar solicita vuestra ayuda. Su hijo, Saimus Dumar, se ha perdido en compañía desconocida y debe regresar presto y sano y salvo. Presentad vuestras credenciales al senescal Bran en su puesto de torreón del vizconde y la recompensa será generosa tanto económica como sentimentalmente. ¿Sentimentalmente? ¿A qué se refiere? Sí. ¿Qué más tenemos acá? Magistrado Bannard. Ahora con el magistrado. Misiones mundanas. Misiones mundanas. Diversión absoluta. ¿Qué es esa casita de marca ahí al lado? ¿Cómo llego ahí? Ah. ¿Qué es esto en todo caso? Magistrado. Uy, me equivoqué de lugar, me está jodiendo. Está por la izquierda.
A Dalish elf here? Under Anna Tishan's sister.
Por las falditas de Andraste. A ver si hay más misiones en el tablero. Cantora.
Though the lands suffer 1,000 wrongs,
No hay ninguna misión acá.
yet notices the
Magistrado.
simplest of deeds.
You there, Ferelden. I wish to speak with you.
Otra misión mundana.
You've gained quite a reputation with the Red Iron Mercenary Band. I find myself in need of someone with your special talents.
Te pareces un poco a Friedrich, pero más canoso. Y
What of it, old man?
I am a magistrate in this city, and I expect to be addressed with respect. Especially from someone who might be working for me soon. A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody. He's been tracked to an abandoned ruin outside the city. I'd like you to retrieve the fugitive and hand him over to the guard.
¿Cuál fue su crimen?
Why is there such a clamor to catch this man? What has he done?
He's escaped. That's reason enough to catch him.
Parece fácil.
We're both intelligent people. There's something in the ruins, isn't there?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
¿Engendros?
Do you know what manner of beasts they are?
I don't know what they look like. I've never seen one myself. The guards say these things have already torn through a full company of men.
Y envía más guardias.
I'm sure if you send in enough men this time, they'd do fine.
No. The more guards who know, the easier it is for this to get out. Those men gossip like old fishwives.
Deja que lo devoren.
It would be easier to seal up the entrance and let the beasts take care of him.
I believe in justice, Ferelden, not unbridled slaughter. I will not let prisoners be eaten just because I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Bueno, lo haré.
I'll take the job.
Bring the fugitive in alive, quickly and quietly. Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate. Useful for a refugee, wouldn't you agree?
¿Quién le dice refugiada, maldita seas? Me estoy llenando de misiones secundarias. Maldición. Hay algo más por acá. Aparece. No parece que haya nada más. No. ¿Esto que dónde va esto? A la capilla, no quiero ir a la capilla. Misiones mundanas. A ver aquí. El ahorcado, accesible por baja ciudad. ¿Qué es ahora de día? Ruinas abandonadas. Magistrado. El foso de huesos y cometidos del herbolario. Y cometidos del herbolario acá también. Bueno, vamos al foso de huesos. El camino está bloqueado, hay un combate. ¿De qué hablan? Primero por aquí. Ups. Hombre, la cámara. Ay.
Stop your shaking, dwarf. You're safe.
No thanks to this lot, can't get a decent blade at a bargain anymore. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled enthusiast.
Hazme la oferta.
There a job in this rambling?
Name is Javaris Tintop, and I need someone to help me court the Kunari.
Court the Kunari? Maker, think of the children.
Those hornheads in Kirkwall have a powder that explodes, and it's just dust. No lyrium, no demons. Anyone can use it.
I often look at every second idiot and think, he needs more power.
Suena magia.
So it's some kind of Kunari magic. What use is that to a dwarf?
If it is magic, it's a kind you can assemble, and dwarves do that very well. But that Arishok, he won't deal. Said I have the same mercenary disease as their outcasts, the Talvashoth. He says I'm not worthy, but he had this look in his eyes, so I figure I'll hire some blades and...
And you're going to prove yourself by killing Talvashoth outlaws?
Problem being, I'm no warrior, but I can pay.
Los enanos tienen explosivos.
Your people must have something like that already.
Small things, shaped to crack faults, not shatter the earth. Plus, they're mostly lyrium. Expensive, poisonous. The Chantry controls it topside. The glow makes you a target. Problem after problem.
Pero la magia ya es eso.
What's the point when we already have magic that can do the same thing?
Maybe you have magic, all tough and human and whatnot. But what of the common man? How does he remove stumps from his land, or produce them on his enemies? What does he do when he needs a hole far too fast? Magic is hard to market. But this stuff you can put in a bag.
Venden churros acá. Lo haré para cazar proscritos.
I suppose there could be a reward for these Talvashon.
As long as you do it, I'm happy. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwall. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded. Richly.
Especial énfasis en richly. Se corta la música de repente. Este juego está loco. Pero esto no es la costa de los huesos o lo que sea eso. ¿Dónde demonios estamos? La cueva. No puedo meterme en la cueva. Sí. Me dirigía. ¿A qué? Vamos.
What a terrible place to get lost. Not that there are many.
No hay manera de perderse, hermana. Todo esto es muy lineal. Solamente hay que seguir el caminito. ¿Y vas a llegar a perder? Y listo. Cadáver. Barril. Montón de huesos. Fragmento de ojo sangre, carajo es eso. Nevarra. ¿Qué es ese ruido? Hay un monstruo por acá. Ahora, por acá. Minas del foso de huesos. Habrá que investigar un poquito más. Quizás. Pero tenemos que seguir mirando. No exploramos lo suficiente. Mira para arriba, mujer. Y por aquí. Nada. Misiones mundanas. ¿El qué? El enigma de Kirwell. ¿Cuánta lectura es el enigma de Kirwell? Mucha lectura. Bueno, vamos a ir a la cuevita nomás. A buscar a quién sabe quién, para quién sabe qué. Mina del foso de huesos. Oh no. Estas mierdas otra vez. ¡Aléjense! ¡Muévete! Mueran. Malditos sean. Más. Está lleno de cría de dragones acá. Entonces hay un dragón adentro de esto. Y esto. Lirio refinado. Espero que no haya algún acceso al camino de las profundidades o algo así, porque no quisiera. Aún no. No estoy preparado mentalmente para ese lugar. Eso debe brillar. Una bolsa de papas. Hacen ruido de gallina esto. No van a meter, atáquenlo, carajo. Bolsa de papas marcada. Empuñadura de Eustace. Una misión. A juzgar por las marcas dentelladas, esta empuñadura se perdió en una violenta refriega. Aparte de tener un nombre grabado, parece el pertrecho propio de un guardia de la ciudad. Otra misión secundaria más. Esta sea. ¿Se puede ir por allá? A ver... No. ¿Qué demonios estamos buscando? Champiñón de las profundidades. Ven por acá. Primero vamos el camino de abajo. Y después vamos por acá, que está la misión. A ver qué pasa acá. Alguien tiene un hechizo de fuego o algo. ¿Cómo se abre esta parte? Entonces el único camino a seguir es este. Estoy teniendo recuerdos de Final Fantasy XIII. El mapita, la linealidad es absoluta, ¿eh? Colorado.
Price and Trusty, you came along. Them dragons would have sniffed me out for certain.
Answers first. What happened here?
I'll tell you what I can, but be a friend and keep your voice down. There's another dragon close by.
Sos el fugitivo. ¿Cómo ha podido suceder?
Where did the dragons come from?
We was mining a new tunnel when the wall collapsed, and dragons came through. There was a bloody slaughter.
Oh no.
Scared out of my wits, I ran like my arse was on fire. It probably was, only I went the wrong way. Ended up trapped here.
Algún superviviente más.
Did anyone else manage to escape?
Some of my fellows ran for the surface. I hope they made it.
Basta de tartamudeos, lárgate.
Get a move on. Get out.
Don't have to tell me twice. You should leave too. But don't go that way. There's this huge dragon.
Shh, Colorado.
Oh, are we gonna go that way? I've never seen a huge dragon before.
Tengo nivel suficiente para enfrentarme, pero por ahora está haciendo todo muy fácil, vamos. No importa. Aparte, ¿de qué clase de dragón estamos hablando? ¿Estamos hablando de un dragón de verdad o de esos dragones enanos que son basura? Por las dudas voy a guardarlo. Sí, bien, listo. Solo por si acaso. Es un dragón enano. Vamos a darle. Ay, mierda. Me gusta. Tirito de maldición. No fue nada. Pero, ¿dónde está el fugitivo que me mandaron a buscar? ¿No está? Vale, vamos. Bueno, volvemos a acá. A completar esta misión.
You're so lucky.
I solved your problem.
So, what happened? One of the miners told me you rescued him from dragons. I cuffed him for lying.
Well, he wasn't. Go there and see the corpses for yourself.
But I thought they're extinct. I believe you. You made them extinct again? If it is safe, the miners can return to work.
No estarán a salvo.
The bone pit's hazardous at best. And if the dragons return...
I appreciate your concern for my workers' welfare. I could use someone like you to ensure their continued safety. Since you did so much more than I was expecting, how about we work together? I am offering a 50-50 share in the mine. You will make us both rich if you can keep your countrymen safe.
¿Y por qué eres tan generoso?
Why would you share half your business with me?
I spent a decade honing my business instincts in Valroyo. I once sold a seat cushion to Empress Selene. Simply put, I have a good feeling about you. So, what do you say?
Si me pagas por adelantado.
If you want my help, you'll pay for my services in advance.
You're both tough and shrewd. Very well. I had some money set aside for safety equipment, but it is yours instead. So, to our first order of business. We replace the lost workers. I will hire new hands. Plenty of desperate Ferelden's out there, but it will take some time. I need you to convince the surviving miners to return. They are holed up in Lowtown. Tell them the bone pit is safe again.
I'll see what I can do.
Ya veremos. Así que ahora tenemos una mina y vamos a explotar fereldanos. Excelente.